Hi, I'm Nicole Bateman, and I'm the president of the Economic Development Corporation of Decatur and Macon County. And we are learning about all things manufacturing in Macon County. And we are at Mueller Company today. Mueller is one of our legacy companies, and here to tell us more about Mueller and the jobs and what they make is Andrew Jordan. Andrew, thanks for joining us.
Absolutely, thanks for having me.
All right, so tell me a little bit about Mueller Company.
So Mueller is, we're going to be celebrating our 165th anniversary next year.
Wow.
We were founded in Decatur in actually one of the buildings that's still back here in 1857. And we got started with brass water systems. And specifically, Hieronymus Mueller, our founder, he developed a machine that allowed you to drill and tap and insert a valve into a pressurized water main. We actually still make that machine today, and we've grown immensely since then to include all kinds of other products. But our bread and butter here in Decatur is still very much the brass stuff that serves houses and gives water to customers.
So speaking of brass now, Mueller Company is building a new foundry here in Decatur as well. So you actually have two locations here. So you have the foundry, and the foundry makes the brass then to come over to this production facility, is that correct?
That's correct, yep. So our current foundry pours two brass alloys that are used in our product. All the raw castings, about 60% of them come to this location, and the other 40% actually service our sister plants across the nation. The new foundry, once it's finished up, we will be pouring one alloy at that location, and it's going to be serving a similar population, our foundry, or our machine shop, and all of our sister plants.
Got it. How many sister plants do you have throughout the U.S.?
Oh, we got 3 or 4 major manufacturing locations.
Okay.
Decatur is one of the biggest. We've got Albertville, Alabama, Chattanooga, Tennessee, Kimball, Tennessee that has opened up a brand new plant. Then we've got some ancillary plants that do things along some of our smart product, is what we're calling those things, where there's some more electronics involved in some of that.
Got it. So if you have a career at Mueller, really could take you throughout the nation.
It really could, yeah. And we've got a rotational program for, especially for some of our engineers. And we've got one that he worked for a while down in Chattanooga, Tennessee. Now he's accepted a full-time here. We had one that was from one of our Washington state plants that worked here for a little while. So yeah, we have opportunities to go throughout the nation very easily.
Very cool. And so the things that you manufacture, as you said, so they're related to water. So if I'm at home and I turn on the water, where is Mueller in that process?
So Mueller's underground. One of the things I really like to say is, did you use water this morning? Yes, of course you did. So there's a very good chance, especially in Decatur, that our products were used on that. So you got your water main buried under the street. It's going to go into a valve. That's one of our produced valves, and our machinery inserts that valve in a live main. Then it's going to go over here to, you got another valve, and this, you'll see a little metal disc on your sidewalk or in your yard. That goes down to the valve that if you don't pay your water bill, that's what they're going to turn off. And then from there, it goes up into your house, into your water meter. Everything on this display, with the exception of this meter that's poured out of brass, came out of this facility.
Very cool. Okay, so you guys play a hugely important role in cities and in homes. What kind of roles are there? What kind of jobs are there here at Mueller?
So we have about 250 CNC machines in this building. So we have to have operators for all of those. We have assemblers, because all of these valves have quite a bit of assembly that go into them. So everything's going to get machined, it's going to get assembled. It's all done by hand, or at least loaded and unloaded by hand, tested 100% by hand. We got maintenance that has to keep up with all of our machines, welders that work on some of our gas product. And then obviously engineering, we've got a very heavy engineering presence in Decatur to do all the design work, new products that are coming out. And then you could do things like with my team where we're testing all this product.
So that's what you do. So you test the product to make sure it's good to go before it leaves you.
I do, yeah. Any customer complaints, production issues, new product, my job and my team, we push our product to the limit to see what it's actually capable of doing.
Very cool. Okay, so think back to your childhood. What is one of your favorite activities that maybe you did when you were a kid, or something, maybe it wasn't your favorite, but something you knew you did a lot then that you see that you're doing in your job now?
Sure. Yeah. So I grew up around farms, so I was always a very hands-on kind of guy, very mechanical oriented. In my spare time, I like tearing things apart just to see how they work, and I try to merge different things together to try different things. And that really got me interested in the engineering career path. And now in my job, I get to do basically that. I'm tearing things apart. I'm destroying things on purpose. I get to work with some really cool equipment that's in our plant. So I was a very hands-on kind of guy that really liked to see how things were working.
Very cool. So if somebody's considering a career in manufacturing, maybe they really don't know what they want to do in life, what advice would you give them?
I would say definitely talk to somebody in the manufacturing field. Decatur is very manufacturing heavy, and you're going to know somebody that's in a manufacturing organization of some type. So get a feel for what they're doing. See if you can see some pictures of what equipment they're doing, or get examples of how that product is used and affects people every day. That's going to be a real key thing to really understand what all of manufacturing in Decatur. And then, don't be afraid to push your knowledge limits. Try taking something apart. Look at how something's made. Try to reason through what's doing what in an assembly. I think that kind of thing would really help people.
I think there's a lot of, well, not I think, but I know that there's a lot of pride that goes into the work of all the things that are manufactured in Decatur, and this is certainly no exception. So thank you very much for joining us today, and thank you for learning more about Mueller Company. And if you're interested in learning more about Mueller or about the jobs available in manufacturing, you can visit careersdecatur.com.